Good morning, everyone, from the Blue Cab Cafe. It's May 30th, about 8:15 Monday morning, and it's been a while since I've done a video, but it's been eventful the last couple of months. We got all the road constructions all done. A lot of the restrictions, most of them, restrictions have been lifted. All that's left is the face mask here now. Everybody's pretty well immunized, vaccinated. So they're just doing the booster, I think, right now, encouraging everybody to get the booster. We may have another wave coming here that's being talked about right now, but they don't expect it to be as bad as what it was. Business-wise, things have come back very close to pre-pandemic. We survived. It was close. It was tough going. It was very difficult to have the dining area closed for that long and just do a takeout. But a week away from really having to close this place, the restrictions were lifted, so we were able to open the door, and I think we were down to restricted to 50%, something like that. So it was something, and it didn't take long for it to be opened right up. So we survived. So this is a survivor business. I would say from driving around here and from talking to people, about at least 50% of the restaurants that were in Davao have closed permanently. A lot were wiped out. This was devastating to the food industry, the hospitality industry, the tourist industry in this country took a real beating. So it's going to be interesting. Right now, I just finished having the election in this country, so there's a lot of people here that are unsure of what this new government will do. So they're a little apprehensive about spending money. That's what we noticed here last week. It just started where things kind of dipped down a little bit, but that's always the case after an election. So we come to understand that's routine. So anyway, this video here, I'm just putting it out there that we made a decision that we're going to sell this place. So we've been into this long enough now. The pandemic really took it out of us. My wife was really stressed. I was stressed. If it wasn't for our kids coming down and helping us the way they did, we're talking teenagers here. They really stepped up to the plate and really helped us out big time. And then we have two staff members that stuck with us throughout the whole thing. Really stepped up to the plate too. So we have some good people here, and the good news is that we had one of our former cooks who used to be up in Obrero, our first location. He's come back along with his wife. So we're really happy about that, and we're trying to keep them here, and so we're looking after them very well. We look after our people very well, no matter what. So hopefully we can encourage them to stay here. They've taken a beating too. They had he left here and opened up a little roadside place, but with the pandemic, it took it out of everybody. So we are a COVID-19 survivor business. It has been shown that this place can survive. We have an excellent location here. We had government offices around here. We had the fire department on the other side of the street, and we're in a location where a lot of places outside of Davao, like Mati, Panabo, Tagum, Boston, Moab, all these other places outside, they come inside to Davao to buy supplies in bulk. This is where you go. So our location really, really paid off. If we had been up at our old place, I don't think we would have made it, because the malls were were not doing nothing. The schools were all shut down, and yeah, I don't think we would have been able to do it. But here, we were able to do it. So this has proven to be an excellent location. So that's what I'm marketing this as COVID-19 survivor business. It's been shown. So that means anybody that's interested in purchasing this, it's a fairly sound investment, as sound as you're going to get. Yes, it's work, but you know, there's a satisfaction factor that you have to come into here, and that's going to appeal to somebody who likes to serve people, to watch people enjoy what you produce, and that's something that both Sherry and I have really enjoyed over the last, I guess, almost 17 years of doing this now. We kept our prices reasonable. We had big serving size, and you know, it's nice. We get people coming in from the schools up where we used to be located, and they've stuck with us. And you know, I'm downstairs and they're talking with me, you know, and telling me that they really appreciate, you know, because we had a small part in helping them make it through school by, you know, our food being affordable. Because you get a 5 or 6 coming in, and you know, they could eat very well on a small budget because the serving size is big. And so we've managed to keep that, and a lot of people use us as their kitchen. This is where they eat, and so we appreciate that. We take that as a compliment. And one of the big compliments that we get here, I always say that the best compliment we get is all the empty plates. For me, that's a nice compliment, and I really appreciate it. So if anybody is looking for a business to invest in, not to be impartial, not to take it away from any local that may be interested, but for a foreigner who is looking for a business, if you want to come into this country, and be sure that you're not throwing your money away. This is all set, ready to go. All you have to do is maintain, and you will get your return on your investment. You know, there's a lot of scams out there, even more so now. But you know, this has been proven. It does work. The place makes a nice income, and just before we started this, I was going back and forth to Canada. I was working up in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and I was making very good money. And I had an opportunity to stay there and probably take my family there and do very well. But I like the Philippines. I like it here. I like the weather here. I like the people. Not anything against the people in Canada. Don't get me wrong. Where I come from, the east coast of Canada, you got super people there. Some of the best people in Canada you'll meet there. Really, and the further east you go, the warmer it gets. And so, not to take anything away from there, but friendliness. And I like the fact that, you know, the food grows all year round. I really appreciate that. You know, growing up in rural Cape Breton Island, as a kid, boy, that was work. Man, that was a hard go. I remember Mom, you know, we had Dad built a house from scratch, and one room at a time. And I remember, you know, the water, we had to haul water, and then we got a pump inside, the old hand pump, you know, we got that inside. And, you know, when Mom would be finished doing the dishes, she'd take the kids and throw them in the sink. That was where we got our bath. We had an outhouse. Mom doing hand wash, wood stove for heat. So you have to go out there and you got to cut the wood. You got to haul it. You got to put it in the woodshed. You got to split it. You got to haul it in the house. You know, the laundry. You know, Mom looked after not only her husband but 6 kids, And to this day, I don't know how that woman did it. I really don't. I take my hat off to her, and I really look up to her. She was a worker, and that woman's still going strong today, boy. I tell you. She'd be out there in the wintertime and hanging clothes on the clothesline in the wintertime. And she'd come in, and her fingers would be just almost burning red. And you go over to the wood stove and thaw them out, and you can hear, "Oh, my fingers are so sore." And she'd done that all the time. So, that's what I appreciate about the Philippines is that, if it gets tough, even if you lose your home, you can still survive. You can live outside. You just put a tarp over you, and you can survive. Get some sort of a mesh over you to keep the mosquitoes. You can sleep outside here all year round. It's not a big deal. So we weren't well to do in Canada growing up. We were borderline, I guess, poor, but we never did without. I can say that Dad was a very hard worker, and we never did without. We always had food. We never did without. Dad would always go out hunting and fishing, so yeah, there was always something on the table. And there was people a lot worse than what we were. But all that being said and done, it's easier to survive here because the food grows everywhere. It grows everywhere. You put it in the ground, it just grows, and it's all year round. So, definitely a lot easier to survive here. So this is my home. I've made it my home. And when Sherry got pregnant with our first child, Shane, I made a trip back to Alberta, and I got, it's not good. I have to be here to help raise our children. And so that's where the restaurant started. We bought Sherry's, her dad's place. It was called Cabawan Ni Manuk, something like that. So we took that over and modernized it, put new equipment in it, and we did it in the city. We did it in Davao. People know Blue Carabao. It had a name. So those things happened. I don't want to get into it. With our landlord there, she thought we were making millions, and she wanted to double the rent, and I wasn't into that, so it was time to move. And so I seen this okay. I was eyeballing for another location, and I was always driving, and I seen this place. Man, this is a good location. Close to the water. There's dive shops here. Government. Lots of people coming. Lots of people down here. This is a good spot, and there wasn't a restaurant around, so it became available, and but it was a dump. It was a real. I worked at dairy farms back home in Cape Breton Island that were 100 times cleaner than this place. God, what a mess. So we took a lot of time, and it took a lot of money to bring this place up to snuff. But all said and done, we have a very nice restaurant down there. You can see other videos that are on here. We have a very nice, comfortable upstairs, 4-bedroom, nice big living area, nice big kitchen, separate shower, bathroom, water tank on the roof. This whole area I'm sitting in here now is air conditioned. I think it's a 2 horsepower or 2.5 horsepower air conditioner that does all the living room, the big living room, and all the bedrooms. It's quite comfortable at night. The kitchen is separated from it, so we have fans running in there. But it's a very comfortable. So ideally for, again, not to discount any local from being interested in this, but this is ideal for somebody that wants to come to the Philippines. Maybe you've got some food experience. Maybe you'd like to open up a restaurant. This would be ideal for you. Ideal. All you have to do is come in here and maintain it. Now, if you have some ideals of your own in here and you want to bring something new in, I'd suggest that's okay, but do it slowly, a little bit at a time. Don't rock the boat. All right, we built up clientele for the last 17 years, and a lot of them have stuck with us. But we get a lot of new people in here. So The asking price right now, what I've asked for this, because it has been a proven business, it is a COVID survivor, is we're asking 3.6 million. I'm willing to give a huge discount if you come in here and pay me cash. But if you want financing, that's going to be more expensive. That'll bring it up to 3.8. I'll be needing 50% down and spread the rest out over what we can agree on month-wise. I don't want to take it out too long, but then again, I don't want to strangle the business by asking too much for a monthly payment. Ideally, it would be best if somebody came in and you're going to save a lot of money by coming in here and just paying cash and maintaining the place, and you will get your return on investment pretty quick. We offer 3 months free training. The staff, you'll have to talk to them. I think as long as you offer them what we're offering them as far as wage and benefits, they're willing to stick with you. If not, they've been trained to at least give 2 months' notice. And there's lots of experienced people here to hire here because of so many restaurants being shut down. So there's a lot of experience that's available here. So you can pick them. We were hiring during the pandemic. We were looking for somebody, and I was getting cooks with experience in Saudi Arabia on ships and everything else, willing to come in here and work as a serving food and being all around. They needed to work. So there's a good workforce to pick from here. So that's the latest. I want to give my wife a break here. She's been, she really slugged it out. I got to tell you that woman, she's a cooking machine, and she taught 4 other cooks, 4 other locals here how to really cook, and 2 of them worked out very well. They've done very well for themselves. We like the fact that some of our employees have come to us and they said, I really learned a lot from working there. The standards that you had in there. That's the thing too. Like when we hired people, I would tell them that, once you step through this door, you're like in another country because this is a different standard in there. Because I applied the standards, the food and safety standards that we had in Canada, and put them in the restaurant downstairs. So it was really foreign to a lot of people, and then teaching them real customer service, displaying manners, and it really worked. It worked because this restaurant was number 2 on TripAdvisor for 2 years in a row. We also did a 4-page spread in a government magazine. Which I have a copy of that, and I can show that. Sherry has won awards for our cooking contest with going against some of the big name restaurants in Davao City. So we've done it, and that's enough now. We have other things that we want to do. We want to spend we've always spent good quality time with our kids. But we want to do more so now that they're, Shauna is going on 15. Shane will be 16 pretty soon. So yeah, they're growing quick, and we want to spend some time with them while they're still in the nest. So let me know. Like I said, I'm willing to give a nice big discount if you're willing to do cash. Give me your offer. You might be surprised. So I don't want to make this video too long. It's already almost 20 minutes. But you can't go wrong. It doesn't make a difference if a local or a foreigner taking over this business. You can't go wrong. You really can't. It's all there. All you have to do is maintain. Like I said, if you want to bring in your own taste, I would recommend slowly. Other than that, yeah, let us know. And so that's the latest scoop. Thanks for your time, folks. And come on down, check us out. Give power to your peso. And taste the power of the Carabao only at the Blue Cab. All right, Blue Cab signing over and out. Have a good one.